By contrast, J.D. Vance's answers during the debate identified causes and focused on real solutions. Vance's solutions always begin with people on a different path forward, with the goal of human flourishing in mind, rather than government spending. For instance, when he was asked about how to solve the border crisis, Vance first stated the cause, giving precise numbers and accurate details. He said, quote, "We have a historic immigration crisis because Kamala Harris started and said that she wanted to undo all of Donald Trump's border policies. 94 executive orders suspending deportations, decriminalizing illegal aliens, massively increasing the asylum fraud that exists in our system that has opened the floodgates." After identifying the cause, Vance talked about what steps Americans should take to solve the issues plaguing our southern border. Talking about deportations, Vance insisted that Americans, quote, "have to stop the bleeding," meaning with 20 to 25 million illegal immigrants already in the country, the priority is to reestablish order. He then suggested how the deportations should proceed. Vance said, quote, "I think the first thing that we do is we start with the criminal migrants. About 1 million of those people have committed some form of crime in addition to crossing the border illegally. I think you start with deportations on those folks, and then I think you make it harder for illegal aliens to undercut the wages of American workers." Here, Vance suggested an action, and he supported his suggestion by explaining how it will help Americans, in particular American workers, to prosper. This is very different from Walz, who simply insisted that more money is needed to fix the problem. Vance said, quote, "A lot of people will go home if they can't work for less than minimum wage in our country. And by the way, that'll be really good for our workers who just want to earn a fair wage for doing a good day's work." Vance continued by noting that fentanyl use is more prevalent now due to the out-of-control border. He talked about his mother's fight against addiction, saying, quote, "I don't want people who are struggling with addiction to be deprived of their second chance because Kamala Harris let in fentanyl into our communities at record levels." At that point, instead of calling for more funding for drug rehab centers and the like, Vance mentioned common sense solutions to the problem, thereby opening himself up to the usual leftist complaints that he is targeting minorities, being racist, possibly even channeling Hitler. Vance suggested following the deportation laws already on the books, thereby empowering Border Patrol agents to protect their communities. At that point, Walz accused him of lacking charity